said, send me some beer because that would save me so much time. Cause I'm like, I don't wanna, like, I gotta go. Yeah, and I love it because it's great. I wanna, it's commercial time, so get your water. Welcome into everybody coming in through. This is a Healing in Black, so you can get a chance to meet another one of our experts found in Healing in Black, and this is India, CEO of Blendia by India.com. And I think is that right? That came out. Okay, cool. Just came out. But I want you guys to meet her. She is a holistic advisor, health and wellness.
Uh-oh. Where'd she go?
Uh-oh. Oh my gosh. There's so much going on. All right. So she is she's a holistic advisor, health and wellness, Reiki, sound, what a sound extraordinaire. Like she I'm making it big. I'm making it big.
Nah, you can
the Virgo with me.
You gotta do all that.
So she's a sound. She's a sound therapist.
Make something extraordinary. Just keep it
simple.
Girl,
like extraordinary glare. Like what?
Just keep it simple. Oh gosh.
She is a sound therapist, and she does meditations with her sounds every Monday, right? Is that correct?
Yeah, I just started.
Yeah, good. Make sure you continue, because I saw that you put it in the group, and I was like, yo, why'd she take it down? But it's all good.
It's still in there.
It's not in the group. I tried to repost it for you, and I was like, it's not there.
Okay, I got it recorded.
Yeah, she's a harmonic guru.
I actually like that though.
I did too.
That's really nice. Where's my book? Hold on.
Girl, my snorting gets me every time. I have an echo.
I like that.
I love it. So, Blendia does.
I have an echo. Oh, it's probably echo through your.
Yeah, from my mic. Nova, hold on. I gotta be mommy real quick.
Get back on? Do you want me to get off and get back on?
You can. It might be my mic, but you can. I got my mic, but I can still hear the kid. Anyway, she's gonna be coming back in just a second. But that's Blendia by India. She is a soap artisan. She has amazing soaps that I use. My baby uses. This is her actual commercial for me. My baby uses her soap, and I use it too. Right, and I use it too. My baby has eczema, and I can tell you for sure that every time we have used her soap, his eczema is like, there is null and void. So thank you for that, Miss India.
What I do?
You didn't do anything wrong. Your soap is like amazing, especially for my baby's skin. It's soft enough, and it keeps him moisturized enough where he doesn't have eczema, because usually he gets it on the back of his legs. So his face, ever since we've been using your soap, his skin is like completely smooth. Mine too. So I love it. I'm like, my baby ain't got a scratch no more. I said, mommy, my leg itchy leg, mommy, my egg itch. And so now I don't have to hear that anymore. So that's your plug.
Thank you. Yeah, I think that's like the best feeling I get from my business is the reviews and the stuff that people tell me. I don't really get reviews because my people hood, so they don't be wanting to do reviews. But they always tell me what the soaps and stuff are doing. And I think that is one of my best pleasures for my business is actually like making something with my own hands and my mind that can actually help somebody to bring that confidence back to themselves. Like that with that whole little situation, because I'm gonna be honest, when that happens, I put my heart and soul in my products, and the people who use my products know that. Um, and with that being said, it's like that is the best feeling that I get. And it brings my confidence up. It's like, okay, I'm doing this for a reason. I'm doing this for a reason. You got this. And it's like the best feeling that I've had, you know?
I'm gonna ask this because while you were saying that, and I know you're gonna be honest. Um, while you were saying that, it brought me to myself because the reality is when I make something right, it empowers me. It makes me feel like I have something to give to the world,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just thinking that it gives you the confidence you need for you to find your space. But sometimes does that confidence overpower your need to be yourself?
Yep. I've had
And
that
I
in my past a lot. So yeah.
and I feel that as entrepreneurs, because I did say, you're a healer and entrepreneur. As entrepreneurs, we kind of, the ego a little bit takes over a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And we forget, like you've been saying, we forget to fall back and allow the gifts that we have
Mm-hmm.
to be the thing and not us to be the
Yeah.
thing.
My spirits humble me real quick, so I don't I don't have. I'll be like, okay, why are you making no money this month? Like that'll be me. Or so my spirits has humbled me real quick on stuff like that. And I'm gonna be honest, it's especially on this app. Oh my god, I'm gonna be honest, y'all. I've been viral so many times. I can't even explain how many times I've been viral. Um, and I have sold out a lot of stuff. I have done a lot of things. And sometimes it does make you feel good, right? It makes you feel good because it's just like, oh, hell yeah, I've been wanting this for a long time. I'm finally getting what I need to deserve. And as soon as you think you got it, that's when your head start to get too big. You start ordering too much stuff. And then as soon as you like no, 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 no. You ain't gotta do all that. Stay in your lane. We're gonna build you up because a lot of businesses don't understand, and that I had to learn it as well. Um, money is a thing, right? Because what's going to happen when people stop ordering? And what's going to happen when people not buying anything? Now I'm stuck with all this dang on inventory and I got to put everything on sale when I just bought all this stuff to make these things. So you have to, that itself will humble you. Being viral so many times for so many things, that itself would humble you. So you have to be able to like, hey, if I sold out, I just sold out. A good way for you to do that is to do a pre-order now. Sell out, do a pre-order, and then sell out that pre-order and then do it again. Now it's like, okay, I'm staying in my lane because the thing is that that's a lot of first time buyers. We need a lot of fourth and third time buyers. Like we need these people to keep buying. So that's the only thing that like this app does to you is just it make you think that you are bigger than what you are when naturally people just want to buy because it's trendy. What was a trend that's going on? The African net towels. People know I've been buying African net towels from Nigeria for years. Okay. And all of a sudden somebody say, oh man, you need to sell your Nigerian net towels on social media because they real. Yes, I know my stuff is real, but I'm not about to put myself in that demand again for y'all to keep buying this stuff and buying it. And then, it's not, then 2 months later, y'all got on a new trend. Now y'all want to try the Japanese cloths, So, you just have to kind of now if you would ride the wave, girl, ride the wave. But that's not for me because it got to the point that I was getting so stressed out trying to keep up with all these trends and these waves that I lost myself. And that's what happens when you have that big head, that ego thing, keep up with all this stuff. But you gotta remember, these people got a team. You got you. and maybe your cousin. You know what I'm saying? So you have to kind of humble yourself in that process.
And you're totally good talking about business and spirituality because you are a business and you are spiritual. So it's one and the same. So it's totally cool. But all of the points that you touched on are 100%. I agree with them 100%. Um, what are some of the misconceptions about holistic wellness that you encounter?
When people say I can just take a herb instead of going to the doctor. People don't understand that going to the doctor, of course, you ain't got to take their drugs, but going to the doctor help diagnose you to what you need. Diagnose me, see what my issues is, because you can feel it, but if you're having something internally, how you supposed to help that? So as a herbalist, well, I'm not an herbalist, but I see other herbalists, and it was like the first thing they ask for, or nutritionists, the first thing they ask for is what? Blood work. So if you're not going to the doctor getting this blood work and all this stuff done, how can you have somebody holistically help you? Even with my sound therapy, one of my questions I always ask people, do they have any metal in their system, and do they have any type of heart pacer on? When I do my sound bowls, they get off a vibration. And if you have metal, scientific wise, if that vibration hit it, it's going to wiggle in their body and it's going to send, it's going to actually hurt them worse. So even if they have a pacemaker on, if I'm doing sound therapy, putting off a vibration in their body, that pacemaker can either stop because it's feeling this vibration, so it can either stop, or if they're on insulin, it could actually inject them another thing of insulin because they're feeling different vibrations. So I always tell people, you got to get these tests done. I know you don't want to, but how do you expect somebody to help you holistically if you're not getting tests done? That's one of my pet peeves. I'm just like, get the test done.
No, I'm with you. I'm glad you shared that because a lot of times I know for
Kiara,
me.
see, Kiara agrees.
Yeah, Kiara does agree. I love it. Kiara does agree. She do. Is she right? Because we're trying to always find not the most economic fit, I think.
Yeah. Trying to go the cheap route. And sometimes going the cheap route will hurt you more than others, especially when you're dealing with herbs. Some like, for instance, if you're high blood pressure, if you have high blood pressure and you have digestive health, you cannot take licorice root to help you with to bring your blood pressure to help digest, because licorice root, depending on certain medications, will actually increase your blood pressure. If you have yarrow roots, I'm finna take some yarrow. You finna have a headache out this where your blood pressure on 10. Because now you giving yourself more problems because you're not getting these tests done to actually help yourself. What is another one? If you are diabetic and you're trying to help, either bring your sugar down or increase it. Some people would say, oh yeah, just eat some acidic, eat some lime. No, if your blood pressure, if your stuff is already high, it's going to drop it. So you need to try to balance yourself. So you can't just go out here and then buy things. That's the only thing I hate about this app. Because people just putting herbs out here and putting all this information out here and putting all these diets and stuff out here. And people actually are hurting themselves worse because they see it on this app and think it's cool and think it's going to help them when it's actually going to hurt them worse. So go out there, get your test done, get your, whatever you need to do, especially blood work. I tell people you need to get blood work twice a year. Get your A1C checked twice a year. That's the bare minimum that you can get your A1C checked. So definitely get the test done. Get these tests done so you can actually give it to a specialist to help you.
Mary says that people always want to move fast. I totally agree.
Yep.
And so does Chastity. And then Mary says that they don't want to investigate things.
No, they think
It
something is
takes
cool and
time.
they think something is cool and they don't take the time to research the herb or research the thing. What was the other thing that was sending people to the hospital? Because they said it supposed to help them with that digestive health. Oh, the papaya seeds. You remember people was eating papaya seeds and they was talking about it was
Droves
helping
in the
them with their
droves.
digestive
Yeah.
health. That is another one. That is it's the thing that people don't understand with the papaya seeds. They're killing all parasites. You gotta have some time. There are good parasites and bad parasites. If you kill all parasites, how are you gonna have something to fight the things that actually keeping you alive and fight off the bad bacteria? So, and you don't even know what bacteria you're fighting. You don't even know what kind of things that you're having. It's a headache. I'm sorry. It's a pet peeve. It's a really big pet peeve. Research your stuff. Google is free. Google has Google analysis. No, what is Google Scholar? Google Scholars are nothing but articles that people have already done the work for. You just got to read it. They have already scientifically had it together. They got graphs. They got past stuff that other people research. Is go to Google Scholar. It's called Google Scholar for a reason.
And if you don't go to Google Scholar, you can always go right into Healing in Black.
Yes.
You can go into Healing in Black. We actually have two herbalists that are in the group. One that specifically researches your diagnosis and compares them to the herbs before she gives them to you, and that's anointedly made concoctions. That's what she specifies in, because what she said in one of our lives before is that the possibility is what you're eating with your medication may be the very thing that's stopping your medications from doing what it's supposed to do and may be causing those side effects. So if you're interested in learning more about that, you can go to Google Scholars, which is free, or you could check out Crystal at anointedly made herbal concoctions, and that's one of the things that she specializes in. And also Quan in Malaysia. Quan is in Malaysia, but Quan, oh, he's in there. Quan is from New York, and he's out there in Malaysia. But he's been doing this for over 26 years. So we have two amazing herbalists inside of the group. All you have to do is click on our profile, and you will find. Huh?
No, I was just saying 20 something years is crazy.
Yeah, 26 years. So just click on our profile, that little blue thing. Thank you. We got 15. We got 15 more minutes. We're almost done, India.
Oh, I didn't know it was
Yeah,
time.
we are almost done. I only do this for like an hour and a half, and that's
Oh
it.
man, I was having fun. I was having fun.
Oh no, we don't have to stop. But I'm just saying, I shut it down after an hour and a half. But if you want to stay on, we can. I'm not
doing nothing.
I'm not pressed. Thank you, Mary. But yes, check him out. And check out Crystal, because we do have a wonderful group of people in our community that we are building and Healing in Black. I need to know this, because this is a question that I've asked all the healers that I've interviewed thus far. How has your religious background influenced your journey as a wellness advisor?
What religion background? The before India or the what? That's a good question.
I don't know what. I don't know. I'm asking the question. You know your journey, and it's your time to shine, boo.
I started off at a Baptist church. That's why I grew up in a Baptist church. And the one pet peeve I had about a Baptist church is that I believe in the power of prayer, but I also believe in the power of action, the power of seeing what's going on, right? So at a Baptist church, they always say, oh, just pray on it. God got you, especially for mental health. Oh my goodness. Just pray on it. God got you. You can do this. You can do that. And what happens when you are in a tunnel that is so dark that you can't get yourself out of, that is literally making you sick, right? And you can't pray because now you don't even know who you're praying for or how you're praying, and you got your Bible, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people in Christianity, they don't understand that there is God, or God spirits, whoever y'all believe it, has put people on this earth to help you in your time of trial. So that is a therapist, that is a herbalist, that is a any type of wellness health coach person. That's who that's for. And when I was in a Baptist church, when you go to them for a problem, if it's health wise or even if it's a mental, they always tell you just pray on it, and they give you a scripture. And sometimes that's not the answer. Like, that's not helping me at all. So during that time, because I was as a child, I've been through a lot, and a lot of those questions, I asked them to ask them, because I was supposed to go up to you for guidance, and if you ain't giving me the guidance I need, I'm going to outsource. And that's what I did. I outsourced. That's when I got into ATR, which is African religion, traditional religions, and just being in that space, a lot of more people opened my eyes up to, like, okay, it is something out there that can help you. Take this. This is why you, like, they're actually teaching you why you taking this, why you doing this. Okay, this do not react to this reacts to this. So when they was actually teaching me about herbs and teaching me about these different things, it actually helped me out to, okay, well, hey, I know you're not going through this at this time, but have you talked to somebody about this? Like, what's really going on? And I feel like just having those two different demeanors of people definitely helped me out to actually continue on my wellness journey for myself. So now I'm not ashamed to ask the questions I need to ask. And now I have a community that I can ask these questions, and I'm not being judged on or telling me to read a scripture. when you read the scripture, they don't even know what the scripture talking about. I'm sorry. Anyway.
And then interpret it yourself. That's your perception. Like,
yeah.
Okay, what does it mean to you?
Yes.
I don't know.
I don't know. You're supposed to teach me the dialogue to what's going on.
I think that. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. So with that being said, I feel like me looking within myself and needing the answers that I need to be answered, going back to an African religion tradition and stuff like that, has really helped open me up to actually receiving health and wellness for myself, as well as how to actually ask for help for other people who are more knowledgeable that look like me. So yeah, that transition. That's why I was like, "What side do you want?" Because that was my journey. You know, I was raised in a Baptist church. I didn't get the answers. I went to somebody who was ATR, and they helped me learn about different herbs and different ways to take care of myself that my Baptist church didn't do. That's all.
Thank you for sharing. It makes me think of the scripture, recognizing when things need to change. Agreed. Sometimes you don't understand the scripture. Totally agree. Totally.
No, and I don't even think they understand the scriptures.
That's what I was gonna say. So, in the Bible, the ones who grew up in the church, we know that the scripture that has always been said, "My people will perish for the lack of knowledge." But that's the scripture that's always blasted at some point. But the problem is that nobody ever reads the next verse. And I actually took out the time to read the next verse. And the next verse says, and I'm paraphrasing, that if you don't take out the time to study to show yourself approved, and if you don't take out the time to study because you have the lack of knowledge, then the other generations that's going to follow behind you are going to be just as ignorant, if not more, and they can't break away from the bondage or the strongholds that's holding them in bondage. So the same bondage that you went through because you chose not to go out and seek knowledge that's available to you, you have now cursed your next generation to go through the same thing.
Yep.
And I know with a lot of us as healers, for sure, because what you're saying is exactly what all the other healers are pretty much saying. Keep an open mind.
That's it.
Don't think you know everything, because you don't. We don't know everything.
I still don't know.
We don't. Ain't no way we ever gonna know everything, right?
But that's why you have people that are specialists. Like you have people that's what a community is. You have a community of people that are specialists. This person specializes in this thing. This person specializes in this thing. This person specializes in this thing. So now that I have a question, I'm up here like, okay, so who do I talk to today? Because everybody specializes in something. You don't have to know everything. Find something that you love, stick to that one thing that you love, and talk to other people that's around you. And then that's how you open yourself to other opportunities and other exchanges to actually keep growing as yourself and to eat. Actually, you'll be surprised what you learn from other people. I hired a nutritionist. And you'll be surprised what I learned from that nutritionist because I kept an open mind. And now I use those same things to help my clients out. So that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to help each other and break it down to a way that you're not alone. Like you're not alone in this world. You can't do this thing by yourself, and you know this. So why not just open your mind up to different specialists? And that's the only thing that I hated, or I disliked. Hate is a strong word. I disliked about me being in a Baptist church at that time, because it's like they cultivate their mind in this one way, and everybody thinks that one way. And as soon as one person think outside of that area, now this person is doing this and this is demonic and all of these things. Because that's what's going on with me, right? I was as a person who wanted to learn more and understand more. Being in the HBCU teaches you a lot of things, okay? So a person who's opened up their mind and wanted to learn more, and I'm still learning more, they kind of shine down on me. Now it's like, I was in your church. You know what I'm saying? I was the kid that was in your church. My grandparents was the deacon. My grandfather was the deacon. He was an open-minded person. They don't know he was definitely a root worker, but he was a deacon at the church. You know what I'm saying? So my grandparents were these things. And it's just like, now that I'm open about it and I don't have to hide like they had to, and I'm open about it now, I'm doing sound therapy and yoga. Now I'm being cursed and I'm doing demonic things. How is that demonic things? I really never understood that. Just because your mind is not open and you will not allow your mind to open doesn't mean I'm doing demonic things. So anyway, that's a whole nother topic.
No, I mean it's the truth, because that's one of the things. Okay, so in my theta healing sessions, one of the questions that I ask is, are healers ugly? And the reason why I ask that question is because of that right there. When us growing up in the church and being ostracized genetically, right, through our ancestors and what they went through, and being like our ancestors' religion completely stripped out of their lives, right, and forced to accept something different. That's kind of like the barrier that we've gone through. And so when you are a healer and you're stating that, hey, I'm a healer, this is what I do, the first thing we do in our culture is to ridicule and ostracize and demonize and put all of us in this group of, you're not of God, or God doesn't flow through you, and the spirit is not in you. And that's like an extra weight that you, as a healer, you already know is going to happen. You know, you already know that's going to be there. But it's just one of those things, like, I wish you would stop and just open up your mind and try to see something different.
I just think they need to read their own Bible. They just need to read their own Bible. Everybody that's in the Bible was some type of spiritualists. Even the Ruth, my middle name is Ruth, right? Oh my God, the story of Ruth is amazing, right? So even Ruth and it's just like you got all these people doing all these things. You go to the man, you go into a man to go get knowledge. That is an alchemist. You go into an alchemist to, and he's telling you these different things. Grandmother and my grandfather did these things. Like I saw my grandmother putting, like the fish heads. Apparently that's going crazy on TikTok right now. I post one video, got off. Um, and that's going crazy. Like somebody put in the comments that was like, oh, that was like, oh, I thought you were sharing a hoodoo spell. And I say, honestly, I mean, it is what it is, but it's just fish. I saw my grandmother doing things, sweeping from the back of the house to the front of the house, putting these brooms by the windows, opening up the window and putting smoke out, cooking on Sunday, cooking on Wednesday, cook certain things a day of the week. Like I saw my grandmother doing these things. My mother didn't want to do it. My granddaddy was definitely a root worker. But my family looked at it some kind of way through evil because my grandparents hid it from them because they were still in the time of hiding. So yeah, so it's like, and now my family all of a sudden my mom, she knows it. My mom's okay with it. She knows that she's okay with it. But the rest of the family, they think it's like the most evil thing in the world. They just don't say anything because they look at me, like, oh, she's playing her bowls. And she's this. But it's just like when I talk to my cousin, like she really thought that was the opposite. Even though you're doing the exact same thing, that was the opposite. And I was just like, that's not the opposite at all. It's literally the same thing, except what you look at it as is an exorcism, but it wasn't.
Well, that was one of the conversations. Like I said, everything that you're saying, and I wanted to ask that question because unanimously, that is one of the things that all of the healers said. Almost all of them have said that it's all about the wording. So you might say that it's a cleanse, but it's hoodoo. You might say it's a prophet, but it could be a psychic too. You might say like it's all interchangeable. It's all the same. Anointedly made herbal concoction says yes they have in all possessions. Hoodoo, witchcraft, and Christianity all the same. Kita says, I mean, God created it all, so I'm right there with you.
And I was just like, this is in the Bible. They're literally talking about using frankincense to clean a house. Like, why? But why, when I use frankincense to clean a house, it's like, what's the difference? I don't understand. When I read Psalms 23rd or when I read Psalms 91 for protection of the house, why is it so much different than when you read Psalms 91 for protection of the house? How is that a difference? I never understood that. But I think it's just their mind. And their mindset on how things is. What happened? Oh, okay. I think it's just their mind and their mindset on how things are. And it's like a cult. Like they don't know how to get themselves out of it, if that makes sense. I hate to use that word, but that's what
but it's the truth. Like what you're saying, even with crystals, okay? So I tried to explain to my friend, I usually wear them. But even the crystals were all put into the tabernacle. The priest wore the crystals on their breastplate. They had the pearls, they had the amethyst, they had each one. It was like 12 crystals on their breastplate. Now, if those are the high priests, they would go into the holies of holies, and I'm not trying to get all crystal like Christian and all that stuff, but this is because I studied the word. It's because I took the time to look into it. All of those crystals, it was 12 crystals to represent the 12 tribes of Israel. They all walked into the holies of holies. These anointed, the higher priests, higher priests, all walked into the holies of holies and had to wear these things in order to protect themselves from the energy that God, the Creator, had pushed out. Now, if you take out the time to actually read that, then you look at what's going on in your world and in your life. Yes, Christ came to completely eradicate, based on the word, eradicate the law, but those things still hold gravity in our lives on a day-to-day basis. They still hold weight. And like you're saying, I really hate, dislike strongly that our people, the ones that look like us, are choosing not to move forward because it's a choice to
Yeah,
move
it is a
forward
choice.
and to learn more. Now, I do have a question that's not one of the questions that you ask
You good. You
that
good.
I have. Where and who taught you Reiki?
I learned it in Mobile. It was actually somebody that followed me on social media. Didn't know that that person followed me, and I reached out to them because I found that there was a Reiki practitioner. Spirit was like, just ask them and see what happened. They was fanning over me, and I was like, oh, okay. I just want to learn. So, yes, I learned Reiki through somebody that was following me. But I told him, I said, hey. Just because you follow me and you love me or whatever, I'm about my business. All right. I want to learn this thing and I want to move forward in it. So I learned Reiki through her, but you can learn Reiki. You can learn, yeah. Yes. So
Okay.
you can learn Reiki through, people or whatever, but it's up to you to learn how to channel your energy the way you need to channel it. They can teach you all the tips you need. They can teach you all the things that you teach you. They can teach you how to feel hot, cold, warm, vibrations, all that, right? But it's up to you to bring your flair, that's a good word, into your practice. So I've been what I'm in. I think I'm around 2 years. Has it been 2 years? Yep, it's been 2 years. So I'm 2 years in. I have definitely helped a lot of people. But for me, I understand sound and frequencies. So I like to bring sound and frequencies into mind to help people to kind of cleanse them or to get the things that I need to go to get. Because sometimes even when I do Reiki, I look deeper inside of you to find out not just what the elements are and the chakras that are, that's not healed or healed. Sorry, they're not healed. I'm having one of your moments that's not healed, but I also look deeper and stuff to find out what's the root of this problem's coming from. Like what is going on, what kind of traumas you've been going through, that's actually blocking this to the point that you are stagnant and you don't know what to move forward in. I have scared a lot of people because and they was like, "How did you know that?" Nah, I don't know. I just know what I know. It pops in, and I have definitely helped a lot of people, especially Black women. A lot of Black women. We hold a lot of traumas from everything. I've seen stuff from kids. I've seen stuff from our own self. I've seen stuff about husbands. I've seen things with even I was, any type of significant other, or just plain traumas from just childhood that they didn't know that transitioned into their adulthood. Um, lot of inner, especially like a lot of inner child healing is a big thing for a lot of Black women. Because some of that inner child healing transitioned them to what they are today, and that's why they kind of don't like themselves. They kind of moving forward, just dealing with it. So, definitely that she said, yes, we do. Yeah. So that's what I work towards. And I learned from somebody, but I learned how to master my craft for myself to help more people. And I couldn't help people because I actually took Reiki for me. I didn't take Reiki to help people. I wasn't trying to do all that. You know me. I know what I like. This is what I'm doing. And then Spirit's like, grandma, like, take your. So that's my grandma. So I had to go do that and actually help more people. But I also learned in Reiki that the things that I've been through as a child and as a person can help more people because now I'm not just telling you what's going on, I'm relating to it because I already been through it and I'm telling you how I healed from it in different directions of how you can heal from it too. So Reiki was definitely something I chose for me to heal me from my traumas and my different things. But with that being said, I went through so much growing up without saying what I went through, but I went through so much, and that's another topic. We can talk about that another time. But I went through so much growing up. And I went through I'm talking about I'm telling people how to deal with certain things that's 50, 60 years old, and they're just like, you just 35? What you mean how you do this? So I was like, just because I'm 35 does not mean I ain't been through nothing. And I hate when people put age on traumas. You can't put an age on trauma. My trauma's my trauma.
And your soul also initiates that as well.
I appreciate that. Thank you. So with that being said, I let all of that stuff that I went through help other people to go through an understanding and awakening for themselves. Like, and they look at me like, dang, you been through that? Yes, I've been through this, and that's how I got through it. And it feels more relatable, if that makes sense. So it actually helped them to let them know, okay, so I'm not going through this by myself no more. Like I never went, like this person that's I'm looking up to, to help heal me has actually been through the same situation. And you'll be surprised how many situations I have been through to help other women. And so it's definitely relatable. But yeah, I went through Reiki to help me, and now I'm helping others. So full circle. Never thought it.
No, I love it and I appreciate it. This is our last and final question because my internet just went crazy. So yeah, it's okay.
Okay. Well, does anybody else have any questions for me?
Yeah, but wait.
You said your questions went away.
No, you're right. You okay? I do have one more question, but that'll be the last and final question. No, we're gonna ask anybody.
Yeah, you're right.
We're gonna ask anybody got something to say up in the comments. You right. That's what I'm saying, girl. You right. You's right. Anybody got any questions in the comments? And while we let you guys get ready for this topic, the typing in the comments. Here's another commercial because we are on our last part. We are on the last part because I gotta feed my baby before he starts coming in here and climbing on me and like being my little snuggle buggies. Okay. Thank you guys for coming in so much. We are in the final round of Healing in Black, this session with one of our amazing experts, Miss Blendia by India, CEO of Blendia, who is a holistic advisor and so much more. She is here to give you guys the things that you need and tools you need through all of the things that she does as far as her practices goes. I am so elated to have her and to call her one of my friends because she is, and that's a personal thing because I don't be giving out my number to everybody. I don't do that. I ain't got time to be talking to everybody. I ain't got time. But I want you guys to make sure that if you have any questions in regards to what she does, follow her. Follow her. If this is your first time ever seeing her, please follow her. And also go into our Healing in Black group. You can find that in my profile. It's on the Thumbs Up app. And it'll automatically take you in. I will be accepting people in. But if you have any questions, especially the mere fact that kids are going back into school, things are happening, weather is changing, we already know that these ailments they're inevitable. So if you're looking for somebody that can give you the tools that you need, or you need some genetic healing, that's what I do. I think that's what you do too, right?
Wait, what happened?
Genetic healing. Healing?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you need genetic healing, with your belief system, I got you. Same thing with Blendia by India. We also got Kiva in the group who does it. We have a whole group of Black healers that's open to everybody, but we have Black healers in the room that are willing and available to help you. So join the group, hit that button with thumbs up at.
No, you put it in the terminology, and I was like, I never thought of it was a word for that. So that's why I was like, yeah, I do that.
The thumbs up at. I heard somebody else say it, so I was like, oh, that's awesome.
I never thought of that terminology. Yeah,
Mary asked, do you find that you are doing well because of your gift?
Oh, child, I got too many gifts. So my situation, okay, I can answer it this way. I got to the point in my life that I am finally open to my inner gifts. I've always had these gifts my whole life, right? I always had them. I always been the person I've been. But I was, due to the religion stuff and me being on the Bible Belt. If y'all know where I'm at, I'm in Mobile, Alabama. Okay. The religion of Christianity is strong. So anything outside of that is looked upon. But with that being said, I was a little afraid to be 100% authentic self. And I've always wanted to be my 100% authentic self, but I didn't know how to be that. So with that being said, everybody know I'm a soap maker. Everybody know I'm a product maker. I can make anything. I was a hairstylist at one point in my life. I was a baker at one part of my life. My gift is not doing certain tasks. My gift is creativity, like surviving kind of situations. But this year, since I have opened myself to my gifts and I suppressed them. Yep. So now that I have opened myself to my gifts and opened myself to be 100% my authentic self, the answer is yes. Things flow into me a little bit easier. Things come to me a little bit easier. Clients come to me a little bit easier. But I couldn't open myself 100% to myself for my gifts to flourish until I fix me first. Once I fix myself mentally, health wise, and mental wise, it definitely opened me up to a person that's beyond a person I can think of today. So the answer is yes now. It wasn't yes back then. Because I was suppressing my authentic self to make other people happy. And now, for the first time in my life, I am making me happy. Like 100%. You always say, yeah, I'm making me happy. Nah, bitch, this is like, I'm real deal, like making me happy. So yes, to answer your question, yes, I am now. Everything kind of just flows. Like you don't have to do things. And I tell people, I said, what you have to do is just focus on you. Like when you literally focus on you, I know people was like, focus on me, I'm focused, I'm taking myself out. Nah, not mentally, not health wise. You got to focus on you for real, for real. And when you actually start focusing yourself on you, things do open up, opportunities do open up to a way that you would never, like for me, the stuff that's opened up to me this year, I never thought I would be getting paid to teach free classes for the community for Black women. Never thought I would be getting paid to do that. That's something I've always wanted to be. I always wanted to be an open spiritualist person. And it's emotionally, I'm sorry, but it is true. It's literally how
it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it's literally how I feel. Like I never thought me opening up myself to this would be an aspect of me actually like meeting real dope people, opening my side. Like I'm meeting people that's above me and I'm trying to reach them now. And they are not just and not even that, they are accepting me of who I am. Like that is beautiful. And a lot of people don't understand that. So yeah,
Because you were
that's where I'm at.
because you're accepting
Yeah, I
yourself.
accept me. This is me.
Yeah,
That's why
this
I
is who
tell
I
people all
am.
the
Yep.
time, I know what I know. And what I don't know, I'll research it. Like I tell people that all the time, or find somebody who know it. So that's just me being truthful within myself. So she said, "Found your natural source of joy." I did, and my garden be making me happy.
The creative law says, "I'm thankful that you are being your authentic self."
Yes.
And welcome to the
Kiana has seen
tribe.
my authentic self. So she's one of the people that I opened up to being my authentic self. And so for her to see me authentically on social media is a big step. It's a huge step. Like I won't be talking about Christianity and hoodoo in a group. Mm-mm. You ain't gonna get me. That would be the old Indian. I'm like, now shit. I know what I know.
That's a one-on-one.
Right.
I got you. That's a one-on-one session. Go and book your appointment. Crystal from Anointedly Made Herbal Concoctions, another one of our experts inside of Healing in Black, the one that I was telling you about. She said, you found your natural source of joy. And then we got the Miss Mary. And then once you find your source, once you find your joy, you're ready to and able to help others.
Yeah,
Strongly agree.
and it's definitely helped out to a point that me helping others don't feel forced any, well, not forced. You know how you have two negative batteries and they kind of contract, like it don't feel like that no more. Now it's just
It's
like
not obligation.
pouring, pouring into them. And now that I know myself a little bit more, I can stop my pour. Like I don't have to keep pouring to you. Like I'm done. This is me. This is what I'm gonna give you, and I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, do your own research. That's how I tell my students: do your own research. Um, so with that being said, that feels great. It feels great for a person, for me to say no. Look at my grandmama. It's a picture of my grandma, y'all. She's just smiling. For a person to kind of just accept who they are authentically is a blessing, but it definitely took me a long time. Bitch, I'm 35 and I'm just not accepting who I am. So everybody's journey is different.
Yo, I'm about to be 44 this Monday. 44.
Yeah.
So, mm,
Yeah. So
I'm just now
everybody's
getting to this
has
space.
differently. But I feel like for me too, that's why I'm not so mad and sad about what happened last year, because I feel like it was time. Okay. My people was like, it was time. I'm gonna take all these things away from you. You in the store too damn long, take it away. You can't pay your bills. Now, now, oh, you in this car? Oh, you think you free in this car because you have a car? Your head getting too big. Take the car away. I'm gonna blind you because you blinding your damn self anyway. Bam, car wreck. Now I got the car removed. So I was in a area that I could have chose to fight against myself still and to try to make things work or get a car and be in the same trauma that I was already building, putting myself in. Or I can accept it and learn from the situation that I put myself in and actually gain more information that I need. Like me getting these certifications. I'm a certified sound therapist expert. I am a certified aromatherapist now. I
You're a
am,
sound guru.
yeah, I mean, you can say that. You can say that. But I feel like sound wise, I'm not a guru yet because I'm still learning, right? And so, because now I'm learning about neural aspects with the brain, we're dealing with sound. Like it's a research I put on myself. It's not y'all fault. And now I'm about to get, as I got certified, I got accepted to go to Troy, well, to do a program through Troy University for training for community work. So I'm getting all these certifications and don't know why. I'm just getting them. Getting all these certifications for different things. And we'll see where it goes. And I'm enjoying it because I actually have never had the time to get certified in anything. Now I got a piece of paper that shows me like, okay, you're certified to do this, you can do this. You're certified to do that, you can do this. And that it boosts up your confidence. But I would never have the time to do any of that if I didn't have those things taken away from me.
Right. She said you can use her as a testing agent. She was one of mine. She was one of mine
Shoot. Hey,
today.
don't, hey, don't. I'm sure, like looking at it. I'm
That
sure, like,
part. If you guys do you guys have any more questions? Because I'm gonna have to feed this little one. He started to hover.
you looking like
I'm trying to
I
make sure that part he hovered. But if you guys, I'm gonna give you guys a second while they're putting in their questions if they have any. Um, thank you, Miss Blendia. Miss Blendia, he's hovering. I love it. Do you have any closing words
um. Oh gosh.
or thoughts?
Okay. One of my closing thoughts today is to find time for you, because if you don't, your body's going to continue to break down. So definitely find time for yourself. Um, And my next thought is to find time for you, not just physically, but as well as mentally. So go to that yoga class you always wanted to go to. Do the things that you want to do, because when you do things that you want to do, it open up opportunities for you that you want, because now you're putting yourself in this environment that you want to be in and succeed in. Like that's what happened with me. So put yourself in those positive environments. And also those friends and stuff that telling you they don't want to do that shit, don't do it with them. Do it by yourself and get you some new friends that be want to do that shit anyway. Get you some new friends that want to do it, because I want to do it, and just because you don't want to do it, you ain't finna stop me from doing the stuff I want to do.
And with that being said, that's the reason why we created Healing in Black. It's a collaboration of healers. We're all a little weird. No, I'm just playing. We're our own brand of ourselves. And
I have watched 2 of these that you'd have had, and everybody talks so professional. And then you was like, I'm finna bring you in. I was in my mind, I was like, all right, now, y'all know my mouth. I can't.
Girl, no.
Sometimes.
No, that's why I said come in, be comfortable. Okay, so the first ones that you saw, I didn't really know how. I was just like, let's do this group, let's do this community. Like, I know this person, I know this, and I'm just pulling everybody in, and I'm like, yo, this is how we gonna do it. And now, you're the second to last person, as far as our experts that I'm going to be interviewing. So, like, we only have one more. Yep, we only have one more person, and I think everybody brought their authenticity in their own way. So, what they brought is who they are, and that's what I love about each and every expert that's in our group.
Yeah,
because I've watched every last one of you guys for the last almost 2 years. You know what I'm saying? And throughout this time, I know your spirit and I know who you are. The one thing that I know I want her at Kita.
Order from Kita. Man, I still ain't order mine yet.
Kita, she on deck though.
But I got you.
Kita, you got somebody who want to order something from you.
Look you got, she said yes, ma'am.
There you go. Love me some us wants a green hat.
I got a blue one too, and I got sunflowers on.
Ooh, I want one with sunflowers, Kita.
That's my favorite.
All right, girl, tell me how much it's gonna cost for me to get one of them ruffle hats with the sunflowers, because I'm gonna need one in the winter.
Look at Kita. She's like, green ruffle hat. I got you.
That word. Y'all message me. Okay. What's up, Sharita? The one thing I will definitely say is, even though you may not have seen it, India, I've always seen your customers are a true reflection of who you are.
They are.
And I've always admired that. Because even though you didn't feel like you were at your full, true, authentic self, your customers, based on your personality and the interaction that we've done with each other, all of your customers that I've seen are all a true reflection of you. So you were doing something right. And I know you're not looking for that or any way of anything like that.
No, I appreciate that, because I definitely came on here one day asking people, because I was like, okay, I feel like I'm going in a new direction. And I was like, I talked to Ty and somebody else, and I was like, I know I'm going in a new direction with my life. I said, how do I share that with y'all? Because I know y'all used to just soaps. And they was like, India, you was already doing that. And I was like, oh.
That's why I be saying, and I don't mean to flip flop on you like that, because you're like, well, I'm a health and wellness advisor, and I'm like, and she says that she's a health and wellness advisor, but I know that she is so much more.
Well, I get it, health and wellness advisor, because it literally, that's the only title I have that can put me in a bubble. Like, health and wellness advisor. I give y'all advice all the time. And then health and wellness, I literally do everything health and wellness anyway. So health and wellness can be physically and mentally, as well as, on your body or whatever. So yeah, that's crazy. Bye, Anointingly. It was a pleasure meeting you.
Thank you, Crystal, for coming through. But yeah, I wanted you to do that. I wanted you to share. Thank you so much for being here and being your authentic self, because I love all of it. And I'm so excited about your transition that you're about to embark on with Blendia by India, and all the things that is going to be happening in Healing in Black. Again, like I said before, I got to do a commercials. Like I said before, we have a group of experts that all look like us, like me and Blendia. And all of the experts inside of the group are here to serve you the best way that they can. And if one person can't help you, another person might be able to, because we have a collective group of healers from all different walks and all different aspects. Like Blendia said, India said, I always call you Blenda. Like India said, we need a group of people. I can't do this on my own. India can't do this on her own. And all of the people that are in our group can't do it on our own. It's great that we can, but it's so much powerful to be the strong fist that I know that we could possibly be. So with that being said, like I always say before I end my life, your time is the only thing you can never get back. And I greatly appreciate that you guys took these last 2 hours, and especially you, Miss Blendia, these last 2 hours to share with us your time, your most valuable asset, and Miss Blendia by India, your whole experience and your journey. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoy your day and see you next week for our last expert in healing in black. We're here for your mind, body, and soul. Black Cherokee with BlendiaByIndia.com. Bye, y'all.
You need to go into commercials, okay? Because you're great. Really need to go into commercials. Just saying. All right. Bye, y'all.